What?
Hi. Hi. Hello, everyone. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi. You are now tuned in to Shut Up Callie. Thank you for watching, and please enjoy the show. Hi everyone, it's your girl Callie, and what is today's video? What is today's video about, you may ask? I don't know. I have decided to call it A Girl Who Thinks All the Time because that's literally all I do. And with me thinking all the time, I tend to overthink. Like I have like a lot of YouTube video ideas, but like the thought of me thinking about possibly maybe pursuing the idea of creating those videos had me spiraling, and then I didn't want to do them. So I'm just gonna put every single thought into this video instead of making like a whole bunch of different ones, which seems like very backwards, but like I gotta put something out there for my mental. So yeah, okay, free balling here.
Huh?
I'm free balling here. I'm free balling. Excuse me. Generational discourse to me is just really dumb. Oh my god, like who cares? Oh my god. Oh, millennials do this, Gen Z does this. See, and this is why generational discourse is stupid to me, because millennials will come around and be like, huh, you've never seen a VHS before. You've never seen a CD before. Do you know what a floppy disk is? Like, oh my god, like like, are you proud to be born where the dinosaurs were? Like, why are we bragging about that? When it comes to not only generations, but also when it comes to socioeconomic classes, like if you were more so on the, I don't want to say poor, but less fortunate side, you might have had older tech or older technology and stuff like that. So yeah, I have a lot of the DVDs that I had as a kid. I have a couple of my VHSs. One of them is actually, I have a couple Harry Potter VHSs actually that I used to watch on my TV. I even have like my dad's old CD case, because I remember like he would listen to CDs all the time on the gigantic sound system at home when we were kids. And I still have that old CD case. I just love I just love physical media. Generational discourse to me is just really stupid, because it's like at the end of the day, we're all suffering. We're all suffering. We all died in 2012 and we are now living in an eternal purgatory. Who cares that you were around when VHSs were invented? Who cares when you were there when the word soda pop became popular? Actually, any type of internet discourse to me is just really dumb. Like, for example, the whole like Apple versus Samsung thing. Oh my gosh, Apple versus Samsung in the big 2025. Are you mad? Are you stupid? At this point, anyone who brings up, and it's funny because the only people who bring up that discourse are literally Apple users. You're a sheep. You're a sheep. You're a follower. You're unoriginal. Like I just don't understand. Oh my, and it'd be your own friends. It be your own friends, bro. It be your own friends. Like me, I have well, actually my current phone is completely demolished right now, but I have or had the Galaxy Z Flip 6. I'm getting the 7. Don't know when I'm gonna have it by the time this video pops up, but either way, like people would be so impressed. Like they were like, oh my god, your phone folds. Now my first phone was literally a BlackBerry flip phone. Oh my gosh, with the little keyboard. I broke it in half. The current flip phone that I have now, I broke it in half again. Anyways, that's not, let me tell you something, that's not the point. Like a lot of my friends would like be just so impressed, like, oh my gosh, like your phone folds, like that's so cool. But then they would always like, sometimes they'd be like, oh, when we make a group chat, you make the text green means money, baby. Green means go. Like if you're broke, just say that. Like I genuinely just don't understand. And honestly, I don't even want my Samsung phone. I wish I could have one of the Huawei's that they got in China. That's the phone I want. What do you mean you got a phone that like a transformer? I want that. Like that's just so innovative. It's so different. Honestly, if you are still arguing about Apple and Samsung phones in the big 2025, something is wrong with you, bro. You don't see that you're the outlier. Like all Samsung phones, all Google phones, Motorola phones, like none of us have those issues that y'all be having. What do you mean you have to go get your phone fixed every 2 weeks. You gotta get your phone serviced. Like, it's a phone. As if it's a phone, it works. But if you're bent on some green text bubbles, mine can be purple, mine could be blue, mine could be green, mine can be orange, mine could be freaking Gojo if I wanted to, and have like Gojo in the background and all that cool stuff. So like, if you're still talking about Apple and Samsung discourse in the big 25, like, please go get a job. Put the fries in the bag, bro. I'm being so serious. Ooh, the coryxkenshin situation was just so wild to me. It was just weird. It was people to some free Cory. From what? He's not in jail. Why are we free? Are y'all stupid? The next thing that was crazy was people were like, don't switch up on Cory. If you don't believe him, you're a fake fan. If you switched up, you're a fake fan. What are you talking about? Cory does not know you from a can of paint. Wipe your lips when you're done. I can understand like being disappointed, but like, there was people just doing the absolute most. Like, what do you mean you're on Twitter zooming in on the text messages like, oh, well, this is 1.1567th of a pixel off, so therefore the messages must be fake. What are you talking about? And then someone made like a fake Twitter account that was like, oh, I lied, I did it for like, you guys, like that whole situation. You guys have to go outside, you guys have to get a life. You do not know me. I do not know you. Cory does not know you. Berlin, your favorite YouTubers, these people do not know you. These people have made a living off of doing what they love to do. You have to see that at the end of the day, like, these are just people who ended up becoming marketable to a mass majority of a certain audience. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, it's not saying like, oh, you can't watch this person, you can't watch anyone, you can't. It's like, just don't put these people on a pedestal, because like, at the end of the day, they're human. They're going to make mistakes. They are going to have a life before the one that they decide to market. You know what I'm saying? They have a life before the content creation, or before they became big, or before they became famous. When that one came out, it did shock me. It did shock me. I like it because it's like, dang, Cory, but at the same time, I had to think, I was like, he's a very private person. Who knows what he does in his personal life? And I remember one time I made a comment about like Cory, like some dude made like a hilarious TikTok video about like Cory cursing or whatever, and I was like, yeah, Cory probably be like saying crazy stuff. People are like, Cory the GOAT would never curse. He's a Christian. It's like, like, why are y'all about to dox me over this? Like, what is wrong with you? You just have to like be mindful and just be like, oh, like, this is separate. Like, because he said it himself, a lot of content creators have said themselves, who they are online is not who they are in person. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to respect that. A lot of people took what the girl said and just ran with it without reading is fundamental. Open the schools. But it's like, some people just went so far left. You like, there's no in between. Like, y'all take things way too far, either too far left or too far right, whichever one. The people who like took the allegations and like took them very seriously, as they should, went too far, because now they're like DMing his mom, and his mom's comments like, oh, you should never gave birth to him and your son should die. It's like, whoa. And then you have those who are on the other side who are like, no, my GOAT Cory would never do that. My GOAT, he would never. Like, did we not learn anything from the situation that happened with Quiet not too long ago? Like, what was that, a year or two ago when all that stuff happened? That's not to say like, oh, don't side with the victim. It's just don't say anything. Don't just think for yourself for a moment. Take a breather, and just acknowledge what happened and wait for all the information to come out. And then you as a singular human being, not what everyone else on the internet is running around saying and doing and whatever, you come up with your own opinion and your own deductions. Y'all, some of y'all don't read. Y'all just take what little bit of information that y'all have and y'all just zoom, like y'all just Lightning McQueen at y'all. What grade y'all made in 10th grade literature? The curtains are yellow for a reason, or the curtains are blue, whatever the saying is. I'm sorry. Honestly, if Cory never came back because of it, I would 1000% understand, because why would he? That was wild. Y'all really showed y'all whole behind on that. And it's funny because he literally just had that whole thing that happened with like the girl doing his hair, and then people saying, oh, he was looking at her butt or whatever. And y'all blew that up. And so, and then after the allegations were proven or disproven, whatever, like people were like, oh, he proved it in less than 24 hours. Oh, the samurai, the GOAT. No, no, the samurai, you're weird. You're weird. Like, and maybe that's what happens when you have like such a huge fan base. Because way back when, Corey's fan base wasn't acting like that. And maybe it's because he was a bit smaller and a bit more niche in a sense. Yeah, I like, oh my gosh, is that the price of fame? Because I would never... Please, like that's why. Now, parents, tell me why are we mad about school supplies? Why are we fighting teachers about school supplies? As someone who knows people who work in the school system, you should not be getting upset with the teachers no, stop! You shouldn't be upset with wanting to buy your child supplies to further their education. Why are we upset? Why are we upset about that? What do you mean you're mad? You have to send your child to school with a notebook, a piece of paper, and a pencil. That's like basic. Like, they're not asking you, like, it's not like it's high school and they're asking you to buy like a TI-30XS multi-view. Like, what are you talking? Y'all don't understand how kids work. As someone who has worked with kids, specifically like preschool and daycare kids are messy. So yes, if a teacher asks for 4 boxes of tissue for you to bring 4 boxes of tissue, she really needs 8 for your one child. I have seen kids go through a box and a half in a day. Sometimes kids just be playing in tissue. You turn your eye, you as a teacher, if there's one of you and there's 20 other kids, you're facing this way, you're looking at the mass majority. If for some reason little Johnny goes to the restroom, and he just so happens just take too long, you go in there, there's just tissue everywhere. There's just tissue everywhere. Tissue in the toilet, tissue in the sink, just tissue everywhere, tissue shredded up in his mouth. Like, kids just do things. Kids eat pencils, they eat crayons, they break them, they trade them for silly stuff. I've seen kids like trade jewelry and hair barrettes, I don't know, for like things in their crayon box. Like, the kids just do things. So like, for you to get upset that a teacher asks for multiple items of a certain thing, that's just so weird. Like, if you can't afford a 10-cent binder, we have bigger fish to fry. Because what do you mean you're sending your kid to school with a 40-inch bust down? And what do you mean you're sending your kid to school with $300 pair of shoes, a $200 backpack? They got the newest iPhone, newest Apple Watch, 60 Stanleys at home that have been untouched. And if they were filled with anything, it was probably juice. You're telling me you can provide all these things? Like, we do not have our priorities together. Because why are you getting upset? Me personally, if I was a parent and I had a person who had my child for 10 months out of the year and saw them more than the teacher sees your child more than you do. The teacher sees your child more than you do. And then the 2 months that you are with your child over the summer, you cannot wait to throw your child back into that school building. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait till my child get out of here, go back to school. They eating all my snacks. What do you think they're going to do at school? So if your teacher asks for a 40-count box variety of Doritos, then god dang it, buy the Doritos. Oh, where's the village? It takes a village. Where's the village? And you do not want to put into the village. You think the village is just going to build itself? That's what I mean earlier when I was talking about everyone is just very individualistic. Like, everyone is just thinking me, and not them. You know, people think about how something affects them, but not how it affects the whole. You know what I'm saying? I am living proof that it takes a village. Like, it took a village to raise me. I expect that same village to be around when it's time for me to have my little Cali Juniors running around causing terror. But yeah, the mad over school supplies thing, that was just so wild to me. And it happens every year. And instead of being mad at the teacher, you should really be mad at like the Board of Education. You shouldn't be mad at the teacher. Trust me, the teacher is not getting paid as much as they should be. And the teacher, they are the building blocks. They are the children's foundations. So if the teacher walks out, who is teaching your kids? Because if it's Coco Melon, ooh, we're screwed. The worst person you know in the world is doing the you need to nerd out trend, and then the nerding out in question is about Taco Bell. I hate to be that person who's like, oh, we like my clue board now, the clue board, like, but it's like nerd out. Like, I love when people nerd out. Like, and it could be nerd out, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be something like anime or manga or comic books. It can be something as much as like info dumping on dinosaurs, or being obsessed with the show, how it's made, and understanding the infrastructure of, or like being car crazy or something like that. I don't know, but like saying you're nerding over Taco Bell, like we're losing the plot. We're losing the plot. What are you gonna do? Fund the circumference of a Baja Blast? When I say I like toxic relationships, I'm not talking about this or this. I'm talking about this. Okay, I was actually gonna make a video about them by themselves. Like that was actually supposed to be like the second or third episode on this channel. It was supposed to be about Beck and Jade, and I was like, bro, like I just didn't feel like watching the entire show and deducing everything, so I just watched clips of their relationship and just kind of like came to my own conclusion. When it comes to Beck and Jade, like a lot of people fail to realize that they both are just terrible for each other. Like they are aesthetically beautiful together. Like they're just terrible. Like they're just terrible for each other. It's like adding fuel to the fire. Like Beck has this very bad tendency of not declining other girls or other women's advances on him. And he'll just like let it slide. Like he'll let them play in his hair or like touch his hand and do stuff like that and compliment him. And he will not mention that he has a girlfriend. And people will be like, oh, well, maybe he just doesn't want to like hurt their feelings. Like if you really love your girl, you'll stiff on them real quick. You stiff on, like it's no question about it. He definitely does it to make her jealous. And I feel like it's been stated in the show. Now, don't quote me on this. Like this is like loosely based, but I feel like it has been mentioned, or that we have seen, you know, from an audience perspective, that Jade isn't the most affectionate person when it comes to her relationships. Like it's very, very rare, and I love those moments, but it's very, very rare for like Jade to like break down and really like become all soft and mushy and stuff like that. It's very, very rare, but I love when it happens. And I feel like the only way for Beck to truly get her attention is if another girl is in his face or like, you know, doing something agitating, because he knows that Jade isn't going to like it. She's not going to approve. And then you have Jade in turn. She definitely has a lot of insecurity issues. She's made multiple statements about how he can't be friends with Tori, or he can't be friends with girls unless they're ugly, which at the same time it's like, oh, she thinks Tori's pretty, but she sees pretty girls or girls who probably seem nicer or more put together. She sees them as threats to her relationship. She sees them because maybe they are emotionally available or more mature than her. She's like, oh, well, they're a threat. They're a danger, you know? And I feel like both of them are just genuinely just bad for each other. Like, but I love them so much. I love them. They're so funny. They're so funny. They're so real. And like also Jade does this thing, like it'll just like, I can't remember what episode it is, but like, and I can't remember the exact context, but like Beck says something like Jade asked Beck something, and Beck is just like, yeah, okay, sure. And then Jade's like, oh, so I'm ugly. Like he did not say that. Like Jade low-key, like they low-key be like rage baiting each other to like get a reaction. And honestly, yeah, I respect it. DC Comics and Marvel Comics, actually comics in general, are just so confusing to me. And as someone who enjoys, like I enjoy, like, for example, my favorite character of all time, superhero of all time, Spider-Man. Who doesn't like Spider-Man? It's Spider-Man. It's literally Spider-Man. Like, how do you not like Spider-Man? Like, I'm Spider-Man. I'm Spider-Man. You're Spider-Man. Everyone's Spider-Man. Like, bro, I love Spider-Man. Como se dice, I interact with Spider-Man content on a very, 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 very surface level. I mean, like skimming the top of the milk. Like, I know most of the Spider-Man content that I know of is from the movies, which is with Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, the OG, Tobey Maguire. Most of mine comes from that. And then of course you have Miles Morales, but I know like very, very surface level amount of information about him. Like I can't even enjoy like AO3 like fanfics because like we talking about characters who I do not understand. In universe canon, in comic book canon, is just so confusing to me, because what do you mean there's an ultimate Batman? What do you mean there's a universe where Spider-Man is made of spiders? And that's like, and I know like a lot, like Marvel has been doing the multiverse thing for years now, DC has been doing that, but it's like all the different timelines. So it's like, okay, so what is canon and then what's not canon, what has been retconned? For example, I want to get into like Batman and Robin, because I love Robin. I grew up with Richard Grayson, which is the Teen Titans Robin. You turn to the Nightwing. But then I was like, I remember someone was like, oh, do you like Damian Wayne? And I went down this whole rabbit hole. I didn't know there was 35,000 Robins. How many kids does Batman have? You have, okay, so you have Nightwing Robin, which is Richard Grayson, first OG Robin. Then next after that you have Jason Todd, who dies, then comes back to life as Red Hood, and then he's like a vigilante, and he works with Bizarro and a Wonder Woman variant or something like that. And then you have the next one, who is Tim Drake, and nobody cares about Tim Drake or whatever. I genuinely don't like. Tim Drake's just there. Then you have Damian Wayne, who's like actually Batman's son, like biologically from like this one alien lady or something like that. And then you have Stephanie Brown, you have Cassandra, Babs, you have Duke, or is it Luke? I don't know. He's the yellow one. And like apparently there's like so many, like there's so many other Batwomans and Batgirls and Batworlds, and like, bro, how, like there's just it's so many. And then like as I was getting into that, they also have Superman, like, or Superboy variants that match their Robin, and I'm like, what more do you want? Like, why is there so many of you? Why is there so many of you? And there's like the Flashes and bro, it genuinely stresses me out. I will see like recommendations of like certain like AO3 fanfics. They'll be like, oh, you should read this, and then they start talking. Who is Plastic Man? I've never heard of some of these people. Like I don't, bro. Like it genuinely hurts my head. It genuinely hurts my head. Like there's just so much lore, and like if you weren't born when the first comic ever dropped, then I just don't know where to start. I just genuinely just don't know where to start in like my comic book journey. I like, some people are like, oh, just pick your favorite character and just read from there, but it's like, I don't want to do that. Like I kind of want to start from the beginning and see like how they ended up here, you know what I'm saying? Oh, a lot of people are probably going to hate me for this, but I don't understand picky eaters. Like if you're a picky eater and you're a picky eater and you're a child, all right, I'll let it slide. But if you're a grown adult knocking on 30 and all you can eat is dino chicken nuggets and french fries, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Why do you have the palate of my 3-year-old nephew? I don't understand. And it's like these are things you need like in life. Like, what do you mean the only vegetable you eat is broccoli? How do you just not like vegetables? I love vegetables. I love fruit. I love fruit and vegetables. Where are you getting your vitamins to be a sustainable adult? Like what? I bet you're not taking the supplements, so where are you? Whoa, Jesus. I just don't get it. Like, I love asparagus, I love Brussels sprouts, I love lettuce, I love spinach, I love lima beans, I love black eyed peas, I love carrots. I love carrots. What are some other vegetables? I love onions. I love green onions. I love herbs. I love fruit. I love blueberries, strawberries, bananas, pineapple, watermelon. Like, if you're a picky eater, I'm sorry, you're missing out. You are missing out on some of the greatest dishes you will ever have in your life. It's like a whole world of things out there, and like, you're not going to try anything because it's not the color beige, brown, or yellow. Like, well, that's pretty much all I got for today. It is currently 12:39 a.m. I have to wake up and praise the Lord in a couple of hours. Thank you guys for tuning in on episode 2 of whatever the heck I got going on. Be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to tap the glass. Don't tap the glass. Oh my gosh, album of the year. Like, I went on a cruise this summer. Like, we went on a cruise to perform on the Royal Caribbean Adventures of the Sea. And this was waiting on me when I got home with the shirt and the CD. The box was all battered, but oh my gosh, I really gotta get a new sleeve for it. Like, sorry guys, sorry. Can we get some privacy, please? Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Hopefully the next video won't take, I don't know, 3, 4. When was the last video? Oh my god, that was like in April, I think. It was so long ago. I'm doing my best. I still don't really have an outro yet. Like and subscribe or don't. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. And until next time.